3. So we got the movie I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025 as a mystery, suspenseful slasher thriller, kind of like a sequel slash reboot from the 1997 original film, and it's loosely based on the book by Lois Duncan. It's more like a requel. It uses legacy characters from previous installments to enhance the cast which we have now. Some examples include Karate Kid Legends and also Halloween, the newest franchise, and the Scream franchise. As a person who's read the book, well, I mostly listened to it on audiobook twice in the past few weeks, like a month and a half, and I've also seen the original 1997 film literally on Friday, so a day before. I found this movie to be very mediocre and underwhelming, kind of lazy, lol, to be honest, I'm sorry. This feels like one of my guiltiest pleasures, lol. It feels bad but good. Growing up, I knew the existence of I Know What You Did Last Summer. I mean, even the title alone invokes feelings of like scariness, cheatingness, killing and stuff, and I also knew the song with Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. It's hard to distinguish the two because it's summer and it's beautiful and it's, they're amazing hostesses or whatever hostesses, attractive people and stuff. I literally saw the first time 1997 original on Friday on YouTube on 4K UHD, and it actually pretty looks good, and I actually had a great time, and I can't believe that hidden gem was tucked away in the movie atmosphere for me to finally see it a day before watching this movie in theaters. So what happens when you have a group of amazing young adults that come back for college in the 4th of July weekend? They're attractive, they're drinking, they're partying, they're smoking, they're listening to some good music, they take on a drive, they're also hooking each other up, they literally kill someone on the road, it's dark, it's scary, and they secretly make a pact to never speak to it again. It only stays in the inner circle, which is the same as the book. 1 year later, one of them gets a bone-chilling message, and she opens it and it says, I know what you did last summer. Haha, I kind of wish I know who you did, but I digress, that's something else. So what happens after that? The young adults must face a grave race against the clock on who is killing them before they can kill that person or save themselves from certain death. Will they survive? Who is the killer? Is it the same as the 1970 original? Find out as we talk about it. So when I was listening to it on audiobook twice, I actually listen when I'm cleaning, when I'm doing laundry, when I'm going to like the supermarket on coffee, when I'm getting ready for the day, right? And I listened to it twice because it was really good, and I was like, wow. The book is more of like a slow, campier mystery thriller, but the movie, of course, Hollywood, and like they're trying to like attack cinemas and the teenagers and the young adults, and they're trying to go on dates. It's like a slasher. It's scary. It's like, oh my god, they're screaming, there's blood, there's multiple kills and body counts. Even though the book feels more akin to the 1970 original with Julie James and Ray Bronfman and Carly Cox and also Helen Rivers, but in the movie it's called Helen Shivers. They do some use of those legacy characters. I mean, some of them died unfortunately, but I did like to transition. I mean, the book's more campier and slow and methodical, but the movie, of course, it's slasher, we're trying to get the public, and people are trying to bring their dates and stuff. It's like, so it's pretty cool transitioning, but you do gotta recognize there is a source material loosely based on the book, but still some of the scenes do make it into like the movie as well. Let's start with what the movie has, and I could only name 3. I'm sorry. The first thing is, to be honest with you, is that the cast is attractive. The second is the opening act is pretty decent in terms of, oh my god, we just killed somebody, they're crying, they're screaming. The movie looks good in terms of the cinematography. I know it's right. It's weird to think about cinematography when you look at this movie, but some of the shots are beautiful. It's over the lake, it's over the ocean. People have good suits, they dress really well. I mean, they are attractive. They have multiple parties, bridal showers, fancy, elegant mansions that they're hanging out in. I'm like, dude, this pretty looks good. But when they kill the guy, right? And this is no spoilers, this is in the trailers. The kids are talking, or the young adults, right? And I noticed, because I saw this movie twice, so it's a guilty pleasure, there was like an underlying score or soundtrack, and it felt huge in terms of dynamic shift, the monumental of the thematics of their life is going to change forever, especially Ava when she's talking about it. I heard the background twice. I'm like, wow, the movie's really setting it up that this is gonna change their lives forever, that this is the darkest things they did. So the beginning is actually pretty nice, and I was like, wow, but then it quickly falls off the rails. But the beginning is good. The beginning is good. It makes you feel like, oh my god, they're keeping a secret, karma's gonna get to them bad, they should do something about it. So I liked how they opened it up. But one of the main problems that I told you before, it's kind of like junk food. Am I going to revisit this? Yeah, absolutely, multiple times. But I feel like the movie tries to appeal for the new generation C, or the new generation, whatever they're called, without trying to remix it, and also try to keep the legacy characters or audience engaged that have been to the franchise for so many years, almost like 3 decades. I think one of the characters that made me intrigued in the movie and that I noticed right away is Ava, played by Chase Sue Wonders, which also came from Bodies, 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 so definitely a new generation. And of course, Danica, played by Madeline Klein. She is in an upcoming movie from Amazon, The Map That Leads to You with KJ Apa, and also from Outer Banks. So there is some star power into this movie to the degree that really depends on you. So it's marketed as a slasher thriller, right? But I feel like it doesn't push the rated R rating to its max. I mean, don't get me wrong, yes, there is multiple kills, there is blood, but I don't think there was any body dismemberment. I mean, yeah, some of those kills are gruesome, especially this neck one, but the other ones that I'm thinking about, oh, maybe he just got shot right there, or maybe he just got punched, he got stabbed, there's some blood, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, some of the kills, were that really impactful? Do I really remind them to even talk about it here? I just felt disappointed because you could have pushed it. You know, you could have more brutal kills, more blood, more gore, but maybe it didn't want that because the next generation didn't need that. Now, this is just paraphrasing or speculation that we're thinking about. But some of the screams were good. I mean, some of the kids did scream very well. I mean, some of the kills were like, oh my god, like very impactful in terms of, well, what's the jump scares is what I'm thinking. But I couldn't help, and I'm very sorry to say this, but some of the kills were actually funny. One of the kids, of the young adults, he shows up at the door stuff, and the father, no spoilers, he's like, my child, and they're trying to make it dramatic. And I felt some chuckles in the theater, and for me, I was like, oh my god. And then he kills him like this. I'm like, oh my god, I don't like people getting killed. Trust me, I don't. But it's like, were some of the kills really that impactful? I mean, going back to the 1997 original, it was just like fast food. You know, it's good, it's bad for you. It's ice cream, it's good, it's bad for you. But still, it was like comfort food, you know? It's like guilty pleasures. I'm like, yeah, it didn't feel that memorable. If anything, I really like the story. Or maybe because I'm so tied emotionally to the book that I feel more better about it. But still, I'm just like, the kills didn't feel... I mean, was there a chase scene? Maybe they did try to recreate that chase scene with Helen Rivers from the first installment with that other girl that's like doing that podcast and stuff. But I'm just like, alright, well, this does feel like it's whatever, you know? They underutilized the cameo system. They only brought in Ray Bronson, Freddie Prinze Jr., which is an amazing actor, by the way, and he was totally like the hot guy of the late 1990s and early 2000s. No homo, by the way. I really like Jennifer Hewitt as Julie James, but still, they only brought him back for I think on Instagram post was like 10 minutes. The movie does set up for a sequel, but they literally butchered our beloved characters. The direction they took with Ray Bronson's character, Freddie Prinze Jr., is so baffling and underwhelming. It's like, bro, why did you do that to that character? Like, I understand why you did it, but you literally destroyed like so many people's, I don't want to say affection, but like affinity or connection with him. And the fact that he would do that, like if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I was really upset when he did what he had to do. I can't believe they did that, and the way they tackled him was very just, no, you don't do that to a character that's so beloved. And I'm not gonna say what happens, but if you've seen the movie, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But if you've seen the original and you read the book, you understand that why would they do that to that character? The third act, without spoilers, it just turns into a catfight, almost reminiscent of the 1997 film. I mean, it's bad, but it's good. The movie tries to do this thing that it tries to pull the rug under you, like, oh my god, it was this person and it was this person, or it's like they're trying to help you, but it ultimately fails because I never felt that impact. It's like you feel ripped off. I'm like, bro, this was the most cliche of endings you could have done. You could have made it more creative and remix it as well, maybe say something interesting and new, but you didn't. And I'm like, bro, with those scenes, it just makes you think, oh, if this was the killer, then those scenes that happened, how would that have happened? How would, it's just like, bro, like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's just, it hurts. It hurts to see some characters that are beloved treated this way. Look, at the end of the day, I'm glad it came out because I read the book and I also saw it in the 1997 original, so I know what the zeitgeist of the culture popularity is about. To be honest with you, this is like an ice cream sundae. It's bad, but it's good for you. This is a movie you would see on Halloween, but literally at 9 in the morning when the sun is still coming up just to get ready for the screams and the you know? I mean, yeah, this is probably, I mean, I would still revisit this, but still it's like, bro, I'm happy they made this, but still the cast is attractive, but like I said, this is not how you want to do a recall / reboot or whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, I'm gonna give this a D. This deserves a D. I'm sorry, you know, I'm still gonna revisit this. I had fun with it, but damn, if you made it this far, I really appreciate you so much. Maybe consider hitting that like button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. With that, take care, bye.